Okay, excellent. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add a new actor. Our new actor is going to be P1 score. Why we're adding a new actor, essentially when you're playing a game such as this, it's always good to keep score. So we're going to design two new actors, in fact, to show us the scores and get those actors to record the scores per each player. So we need to select add, double click on add on the actor one, and let's change the name to P1 space score. Okay, we're going to edit the size attribute and we're going to change that to 50 pixels by 50. Excellent. Color is quite important. We're going to make it alpha, which means we want it to be transparent. So we're going to change the alpha to 0. Let's look for physics also, because we want to make sure that this box is not moving anywhere. So just untick the movable option. Next, we want to add a change attribute to our rules. So if we look for change attribute, and we are going to use a change attribute a bit like how we used our constraint attribute before. We're going to restrict our movement of the score box or the score actor. So if we select change attribute, and it's going to be P1 score to self, and we want to keep the position on the x-axis to begin with to double click on that 215, position 215 on the x-axis. Okay, and we want to also add another change attribute for our y-axis. So P1 score, position, y-axis, sorry, and we want to keep that to 295. Excellent. The last behavior we want to add here is a box that basically reads the information. So let's just have a look for the actor we need. It's like a hello or a text box, display text, which is a continuous behavior because it will permanently display it. It currently says hello world, but we're going to add an equation in here because we want it to display the score. So we're going to select from the menu, game, and we want it to show the P1 score. So double click, P1 score, excellent. And just tick that because we're satisfied with that. Okay, and perfect. We now need to repeat these same settings for our player 2. So let's just Command and S, always remember to save. And let's just go back to our scene. And you can see there's our actor. Let's add another one. And we're going to call this one P2 score. Double click on the name field, P2 space score. And can we remember our sizes? Yep, you guessed it. 50 by 50. Anything else we had to do? Excellent. Change our alpha to transparent, which is by adding a 0. Excellent. And go to physics. And we do not want this box to move, so let's change the movable, untick that. And we just need to add the same box as we added previously. So I'm just going to drag a display text. I'm not going to complete that one first. Let's do it in order. Change attribute and another change attribute. Okay, so change attribute this time, we're going to double click, P2 score of course, and position on the x-axis. It's going to be a slight different position. We're going to say on the x-axis, we want you to stay 265, 265. So that's just next to it. And on the y-axis, we want it at the same level, position y, 295. Excellent. And our message here, let's use our E, our equation editor, or expression editor in fact, and we're going to change that to game and P2 score this time. And there you go, and let's just tick that. and we're good to go. If we go to preview, we can actually, okay, we can't see those because we didn't put them on a scene, so let's just drag that down, select scenes, open your initial scene, and let's drag P1 score to the area, and it will automate its own position, so not to worry about that. And let's preview. Excellent, so if I get one score off there, let's see, excellent, and you can see we're working. Good job.